Hello everyone, what's up? How are you guys doing? And I hope so you guys are doing absolutely fine. Things are great for you guys, and welcome to the stream. So what are we gonna do today? I'll give you an idea of what we're gonna do today. So let's open Chrome first, and hold on. So what we'll do is we will be we'll be creating a pixel art creator. What is a pixel art? Pixel art creator. So there's like a lots of websites where you can create amazing pixel art. We'll be creating our own. So you can see uh, this is how you create pixel art. So you have a canvas, uh, and then what you can do is you can draw stuff on this. So you can do this kind of stuff. So you can say like test, and you can draw interesting stuff, right? You can make interesting stuff. This is how a pixel, like you have various tools over here, and you have like yeah, you have a stuff like this over here. Kind of cool. Okay, so we'll be creating this pixel art creator, and we'll be having few of these tools. We'll not have all of them, but we'll have few of them. And I hope so whatever we do after this, you guys will expand this into something bigger, something more better, something exciting. I had a very interesting comment in the last video, which was really amazing. Like one of the guys basically added more tools to what I made, which was really amazing. So if you guys want to like expand on this, I'll be pushing this to GitHub. I would highly encourage take a fork and contribute to one single repository so that everybody, like, we could actually build a pixel art creator, like all of us, right? Later on, I'm planning one more video where we'll be making like the system to share this pixel art with the world. Like will be, yeah, something like that. So so welcome. Let's start creating something like this. So the first thing what we'll do is we'll leave this. Yeah. So the first thing what we'll do is we'll create we'll go to projects, and let's create a new dictionary, and let's call it pixel art. Okay. Let's go to pixel art, right? And let's create a weed project over here. So what we'll do is we'll create a weed project. So we'll create weed, and then we'll select dot, and we'll call it vanilla, and we'll be coding it in JavaScript. Super dope. So we have a normal vanilla JavaScript project with HTML and JavaScript files, which is super awesome. And let's say yarn dev, which will start our development server at port 5173. Where is my Chrome? So we'll say localhost 5173. There you go. That's the website. That's the default website which you get along with Vite. So let's start by first. So the first thing what we will do is uh, let's let's remove whatever they give by default, like whatever stuff they have. So what we'll do is we will be going to the public. Uh, so we don't need this counter.js, so we can just simply remove this. We'll go to main dot whatever this is, and we can remove, I think, everything. So we can delete everything almost. So we don't have anything over here in the HTML file. This is fine. This is how it's supposed to be. Great. The first thing what we'll do is we'll be having the canvas in the screen. So we have the main.js, right? So yeah, I would like to use Tailwind over here. Tailwind CSS. Uh, yeah, I guess I have wheat, so I can do this, which is cool. So this is a good way. I mean, this is. Should I do it this way? So let's install these things: Tailwind CSS, Post CSS, and Auto Prefixer. This will help us to use Tailwind in our project. So I'm going to add these as a development dependency. And next thing what we'll do is we'll run this command, which will generate two files for us: Tailwind config.js, uh, config.js, and I think Post CSS file. As you can see, this has created two different files, which is Tailwind config.js, and in the config, what we have to do is we have to take this content over here and paste it over here. So this will uh, add tailwind css, and then what we have to do is wherever whatever css we are using, we have to just import this. So instead of all of these, we'll just import this. Super cool. And what we have to do is we have to import this particular css file over here. So we'll say style.css. Super cool. So now yes भाई थोड़ा time तो लग गया. Yes, but I am back finally. uh so hello. Oh, hi. So you were waiting. So welcome back. And yeah, we are making a pixel art creator this time. So let's see. Uh, let's now quickly hide this sidebar right now. And yeah, so let's start by creating a canvas. So what we'll do is we'll say canvas is equal to document dot create, not create element. I don't like that. So let's have some sort of UI first. So we'll be having controls on the side, and we'll be having main things, whatever, like the canvas and all in this this section. Okay. So let's create some basic UI first, and then we'll be focusing on the canvas thing. So what we can do is we can just remove this, and we can have like a div, and then inside this, what we can do is we'll say class flex. Should I do flex? I don't know. Let's create a navigation bar first. So we'll have a div, and which will have like a class width full bg white shadow something. Or should we create a dark version? Like should we? Yes, let's create a dark version like this. What are you creating right now? I am creating a pixel art creator. So if you have seen like something like a pixel art creator, so like people draw a lot of very interesting stuff with this. So you could draw like this, you can save this, you can share this, and people have created quite awesome art out of this. Some of them I'll just show you over here. See, these arts are created using pixel art. So we are trying to create something of our own where you can create pixel arts. So yes, that's the plan right now. Okay. So hmm what can we do? So we have a div, and let's call it width full, and let's give a breezy black to this, like the entire background. um and then wait, there's something wrong. I don't know. Oh, it's here. Okay. And then the problem right now why it is not appearing black is because with pixels, yes, that's true. So we'll say with hide screen, and this should be all black, bro. Why is it not black? Oh, because we haven't restarted the server. That might be the issue. uh we have to restart the server once. Yeah, now it's working. So this is all black now, which is dope. The next thing what we can do is we can start creating the navigation bar, which will be with full border, whatever, gray, something like dark gray, and border bottom too, right? Interesting. And then we can say text to XL, which is the title of the body. So title would be pixel art creator. I can't see anything. So let's set the default color to white. I think text color to white, and then cool. Next thing what we can do is we can just give some padding to this. So we can say padding in the x direction will be 3, padding in the y direction will be 2, and then what we can do is just to have it like in a way, like yeah. So we can do like inside this we can have like a container, right? And then we can say mx auto. Cool. So this will yeah, cool. So let's make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. So we have pixel art creator, and something like this. We'll have like more stuff over here, probably like some sort of icon or something like that. Should we have some, I don't know, should we have some image or something like that? It's cool. I don't mind something like that. So next thing, what we'll do is we'll make the tool panel where all our tool will be there. So before doing any of those things, what we'll do is we'll say this flex, I guess call, and then we could have like another div over here. Let's call it test. Yeah, cool. So what we can do is we can say flex grow, right? Which will make this like the full height, and this will be also flex, and then we can have all our tools over here and the canvas over here. So something like this, and then we can say with full height, full whatever. And then the next thing what we can do is we can give this some ID. So let's call it pixel canvas. Yeah, this is pixel canvas, and then what we can do is we can just we can say flex grow over here as well, right? And then height full, uh, yeah, something like that. Cool. So is there any issue? I don't think so. That's cool. So we have something now. And what do you want to do? We want to say all the tools over here. So some of the very normal tools which we'll be having is basically a pen tool, or like a, yeah, pen tool which you can use to write. So for that I'll have a pen tool over here. I guess I can have a pen. Yeah, this is cool. I can have any of these things. So I can have a pen tool. Yeah. uh, Format document, configure, prettier. Cool. Why is it not format document? It's not going. Yeah, cool. So we have this particular thing. Now we can just make this a little bit class bg uh, gray, something like this is cool. And then we can give some padding to this. So we can say padding 3, which will make it a little bit bigger. And or we should give some width and height, I guess. So like width 10, height 10. Is that enough? Yeah. So flex justify center, item center, which will bring this in the center. So you can activate or unactivate this by changing, like we'll be controlling that using this particular value. Yeah. So one more thing we'll be doing is cursor pointer. This will help us like have like a pointer cursor, something like that, which is cool. So you can just toggle this on and off. I guess you guys could see right what I'm building right now. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Next we could have a rectangle tool, I guess. Uh, uh, Class. I think it's gonna be quite the same thing. Uh, yeah, but with a rectangle. Uh, this is cool. I can use this. Um, cool. There you go. So we have these two tools, which is this and this, and we can even do something like on hover. I want bg gray to be a little bit darker, so maybe like 800. Uh, Hover uh, bg gray again 800. So this will be like this, something like this. So we can click this and that will be activated. Kind of cool. Okay. So we can have this entire thing as a class heightful bg gray, something like a little bit lighter gray, so that, like, yeah, cool. So this will be something like this. And I think this is not looking extreme like very good because of, yeah, should we have some space? Yeah, we could have some space, so we can say space y3 so that like all the tools are spaced out. 2 is a lot, so we can just say 2 is a lot, so we can say 1 is kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So we can do this, and all this area, this will have the canvas, the main canvas, which we'll have in a while. uh, yeah, so let's create the canvas, right? So uh, let's, and I think the even the navigation bar should be of some color. So it should be of pg gray, some gray, I don't know which gray, but it should be of some gray. Yeah, cool. So we have a sidebar, uh, sidebar where you can pick the tool, and there will be, this will be the main area where you can draw stuff. At least that's the target. Cool. So next thing what we'll do is we will be having the canvas over here. So we'll say class. Okay. We already have a class, so you can say bg gray something like 500. Yeah, so this is the canvas. This is, the canvas is extremely big. So interesting. Okay, so let's now go to the JavaScript part, which is the main, like where you can do stuff. So let's start coding now. We have the UI done, approximately we have the UI done, and now it's time to focus on the JavaScript. That's the fun part, right? How many of you here like front end more, and how many of you write like back end, and how many of you write like everything? Like I enjoy writing like the logic part of the code more than actually writing the front end code. Like that's me. So I can say prefix, or like how should I do it? Um, yeah. So hmm. So let's say canvas is equal to document dot get element by id canvas. Have I kept the name canvas? No, it's pixel canvas. Yes. Okay. So this is our canvas. Then our pencil button is equal to document dot get element by id. What is the name of the pencil button? I don't know. I don't think so. I have even kept some name. So I can say a pencil. This will be rectangle, so I'll call it rect, right? So pencil rectangle could be which is rect. Cool. Yeah. So we have spelling mistake over here. Let's fix that quickly. Dope. So we are done with this much, and the next thing what we have to do is we have to think about how can we start drawing stuff. So for that I think we'll need few constants. So we'll say const we'll say grid size, like pixel size, like a single pixel size. It could be like 10 for initially, that's works for me. It could be like uh width pixel width, or like width pixel. Oh, let's call it 50, that works for me. And height pixel, it's not pixels height, it's like canvas height but in pixels, right? and then and then what we can have is like a canvas width, which will be exactly like width canvas, and then canvas height will be this. Yeah. And then we'll need few more things. We'll need ctx and all those things, but not like right now. So we can take the context out of canvas. So the canvas dot get context, and 2D. Cool. And I can do very interesting stuff to like yeah, this is a ninja technique. If you want to have ctx, I don't know. Canvas render context 2D CTX. I guess this is how you do it. Not sure. Do it like CTX dot. Yeah, that's how we do it. So doing this will do what is this will give me all the type completion on CTX, which will enable me to work more easily, right? Because remembering all the functions of CTX is kind of like hard. It's like TypeScript, but without TypeScript. Funny part. Okay, so Canvas, yeah, we can start doing this, which will set this width and height to the canvas. Super dope. Uh, I don't know why can't I even see the canvas. I think my canvas is really large. Something. Let's do one thing. Let's say ctx dot fill rect. Uh, yeah, my canvas is really large. So this pixel width of 1010, this gives 500 by 500 pixels of canvas, which I will reset. And now this is this. My screen is very big. I don't know why is it so big. Okay. So we can say ctx dot good work. Hey Taha Dani, what's up? How are you? And how are you doing? Uh, good work. Thank you. So we can instead of black, just to see at least the canvas, we can name it white. We can make it white right now. It's very large. Let's make it a little bit smaller. We can just change this to replace with like 30 or something like that, because our current canvas is very large. Bro, still our canvas is very large. I guess there's something wrong with the way we have put the canvas over here, because this flex grow, and then if we write flex again, right, I think this will work. Like, no, this wouldn't work. Interesting. So okay, the width full and height full, I think this is messing up with what we want to do. Yeah, now it doesn't matter. Cool. So cool, now it is working as expected. So this is the actual width of our stuff, like of our canvas. So now what we can do is we can go to main.js. I'm good, how are you? I am doing absolutely fine, Dani. What's up and how are you? uh, so 50, we can say again, this is 50. Yeah, this is okayish size. What we can do, one thing is we can just align the canvas in the middle of this whatever thing we have, and we can give it some background color that will kind of like look good. I think, like, at least I think that will look good. Okay, so what we can do is we can just we can take this gray color, right, and then we can align this to the middle. So we can say justify center, item center, and that's kind of done. So this canvas will always be in the middle of the screen no matter what. Or what did I do? I don't know. Okay, so this will always be in the middle of the screen. This is how it will look. Cool. So so the next step, what we have to do is we have to kind of like write some logic to draw stuff over here. So I'll have a draw loop which will be responsible for drawing all this stuff on the canvas. And then we'll have to think about some kind of data structure which would store the state of all the pixels in our stuff, in our yeah, so in our what do you say, in our canvas. Okay, so the first thing what we can do is I have one idea which I guess will work. Hold on. Yeah, I have one idea which I think would work is let's create a 2 by 2 2D by 2, like 2 by what, how can I say this? Okay, let's create a 2D array, right, which will store all the information. So I will say like this. Let's name this grid, and let's generate this grid. So yeah, whatever. This is writing all the code for me. I don't want, I just hate this when this writes all the code for me. Like, we are not able to learn and you guys don't get a proper explanation. So for now, what I'll do is I'll just turn off my GitHub Copilot like recommendation. I just don't like this. Disable completion. Yeah. So that, things make sense, right? So the first thing what we'll do is we'll say for let I is equal to 0. uh, I less than the width of like the, as because we are creating the 50 pixel by 50 pixel grid, so it will be like width of the like width pixel, right? And then this will be height pixel. So first of all, okay, so this is opposite. The outer loop is connect like controlling the height, and the inner loop is controlling the width. So it will be like the height will go over here. So you'll understand what I'm talking about in a while. But j is equal to 0, j less than width of the pixel, and j plus plus. We could have done this like we could have stored this in one single array as well, like in pixel array. That could have that that also would be an option, but that will not be optimal. That like even like yeah, that wouldn't be any better because it will be also width time height, like width time height, mm, width time height number of colors has to be stored in that particular grid, which doesn't make any difference. So we don't care simply. Okay. So the next thing what we have to do is in the grid at so let's create a temporary whatever like what do you call a row, and this cannot be, this can be const. Okay, so we'll say row dot push. What we'll do is like initially we'll push black as the default color, so this will be a default color of the entire canvas, and we'll be pushing this row inside the grid. So grid dot push this row. So now if I log grid out, so if I log this grid out, what you'll see is there will be, oh this is very sad for me, okay whatever. So this will be this is a 50 by 50 array of black. So I hope so you can see this. It's all black, 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 whatever, right? So if you know, wait, why is this gray? I don't know. Why did we say BG whatever this is? We don't need to place any background whatever whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, so what we can do, one more thing what we can do is if we want to export everything as a like if you want to export everything including the alpha value, like you want transparency to be there, then let's say alpha true, right? Okay, so we have this grid, and now what we have to do is we have to draw it. So let's create a draw loop which will kind of do this. Let's transfer this to like maybe over here. Yeah, interesting. So we have the context over here. Next thing what we can do is we can just have the draw loop, draw, and this will do what is, this will let's call this function, and then we can yeah, then what we can do is we can just say request animation frame and then draw loop. Interesting. Okay, and then we can clear the canvas and draw the whatever state we have in the grid as soon as we do it. So yeah, so we can say ctx dot clear rect, and then we can pass some width and height. So from 0 to we want to clear it to like whatever the canvas width, uh, whatever the canvas width is, right, and whatever the canvas height is, right? Interesting. So now what we want to do is we want to draw rectangles at all of these places, all of these ij places. So yeah, so we just have to write a loop again, I guess. Same kind of loop what we have over here, we'll have to write this again over here. Interesting. So we don't need this line though. Yeah, uh, we can go inside this particular loop, and then what we can do is we can say ctx dot fill rect, and then we can fill this with whatever grid at I j is, right? And then wait, I don't want that. Wait, I'm wrong over here. So I have to specify the x and a y and the width and height of the, so the x and y is very simple. So I is controlling the height, so I times pixel size, and the j times pixel size. So this will like all the pixels, so you multiply the index by the pixel size, and then you need width and height, which is pixel size by pixel size. Yeah. So and then what we can do is we can just keep some fill style. So you can say ctx dot fill style is equal to, actually we have to modify this every single time. So we'll have to say a fill style is equal to whatever the value of that grid is. Hold on, at I comma j. uh, yeah, I don't know, is it even working or not? Are we doing something wrong? Yeah, so it says h is not defined. Where are we using h? We don't have h. Hold on. I and I is the width is right, so it should be j, and then height is I times whatever the yes. So you can see a completely black canvas. The reason why it is black uh, is because we have filled the entire pixel with a black. So if I just make this blue, what you will see is the entire pixel is blue, and so on, right? So whatever you fill in over there, it will be the default color. So let's have some, let's store this default uh, back default background or default pixel color. So let's have it like a black. For now, let's say hash 00 000 kind of cool. And then I think we should have some color selector which defines like what color do you want to pick from this particular place. So let's do that as well. So inside this, like below this, so let's say input, and then what we can say, instead of type text we can say type color, and that will enable us to do this. So we can pick any color from this particular place. So yeah, so I think the controls should be top above here. What do you say? What all of you guys think? Controls should be like completely different. So if the pencil, like the thickness and like all those things should be separately in a different place. I also think the same. Or let's have it in the side like Figma. That is also a good idea. So let's have it like in the side. Yeah. So what we can do is, instead of, okay, flex grow, flex whatever div, if we place this over here, what you will see is this will be in the sides like this. So whatever tool you pick, all the properties will be here over here. But I think have it on the top makes more sense. Let's have it on the top. Let's not care about this. So then what we have to do is we have to get rid of all these flex and all this stuff like that. And uh, and just have another div over here which has this, and then so let's say this will be flex call. So flex call, and then yeah, and then let's do one thing. Let's have another div over here, and then let's say call flex grow justify center item center. Will it work? I don't know. Yes. Yeah, this is a verb, like where exactly the place where we want this to be. uh okay, and I think this is flex call, but we don't have flex. That's the reason this is not working. Yes. Yeah, but why is it not, why is my canvas not in the center? Format document. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see that later on, but first let's have an input with type color, uh placeholder pick color. So we'll have something like this where you can pick the color and then draw stuff over here. That's the idea basically. So let's give it some ID. Let's say color picker. Yeah. And let's go to the main. Let's change the, yeah, so we have default color. So whatever the default color pixel value will have, let's have it over here. Cool. I don't understand why do we don't have this in the center now anymore, but yeah, we'll see that particular issue later on, might be like after a while. Cool. So we have this uh yeah. So the next thing what we want to do is we want to basically we want to draw the pixel, right? So for that, there are few things. So the first thing is, so we'll say this is states. So we'll have like is mouse down. So which is like is mouse currently down. Let's call it like this is false initially. So right, so this mouse is not down, and then what we can have is like we can have other states as well. So we can have mouse X and mouse Y, which I don't think so will require, but we'll see. So let's prepare these states, right? So we'll say window, well, let's call it like canvas dot on mouse down. So on mouse down. So we don't, so we just want to do one thing is like is mouse down is equal to true, but when it goes up again, what we can say is mouse on mouse up, right? We'll just say is mouse down is equal to false. Cool. So the next very important uh, event for us is when the mouse moves over the canvas. So we can say canvas dot on mouse move, and then we can change the pixel grid. But this is only valuable because we want to change the pixel grid. I think we should do it after this all things are done. So over here maybe. Yeah, cool. So we get a lot of things. Arjun Krishna, hi, just saw the notification. Can you just say what project are we building? Hey Arjun Krishna. So what we are building is so there are a lot of pixel art creators, right? So these kind of like websites, and if you go to start drawing, uh, you can draw pixel arts, like very amazing pixel arts. We can draw some very like we'll be drawing something good. So you can do all these things, right? You can erase and you can do all those things. What we are trying to make is basically a pixel art creator. So this exact same thing, right? I'll be adding few of these tools, and rest what I would expect you guys to basically add. And yeah, so I'll be pushing the code right away, and if you guys have the computer, I will I will suggest you guys also like take a fork out of the project, or like take a clone and start creating. So you guys could create some of the tools, I could create some of the tools, but let me set up the base thing first, okay? And then we all can distribute who creates what, and then yeah, we can do something like that. Yeah, that's the plan. So oh, let me first push the project. That's really good. So I have to open my GitHub, I guess, first. So I have to go here, I have to go github.com, go over here, repositories, and then go to new, and let's call it let's call it, what should we call it? Pixel art creator, right? Pixel art creator, right? Cool. No description. This is a public repository. Let's create the repository and let's push this particular thing to this repository, whatever this is. So let's clone this and let's quickly commit whatever we have. So git add so uh, what all things we have? Git add remote origin, this particular origin. I copied, right? Yeah. To add remote origin, we have added, wait, what is not a git init, and then git remote add origin. Just hang on for a while. I just want to push this project and then kind of like continue, so that you guys could also continue with me. I want all of us to code, right? I want all of us to understand what we are doing. Like that's the goal. So lazy git, what do we have to comment? I guess I want to add this. I want to include this as well. This is also fine. This is also fine. This fine. This is also fine. Yeah. So let's commit all of these things. Let's say first, or like initial UI setup, and what do we do? Canvas setup. So this is what we did. Origin main. Uh, if you expect it to exist, you should fetch it with F. Okay, so basically what we have to do is we have to say git push hyphen u. So we want to push it upstream. So feature, just like let's push it to directly to the main branch. Yeah, so I pushed it to the main branch. I'll be sharing the repository link in the chat right now. So I would expect even in the descriptions, I would be doing that. Uh, so this is the code right now as of right now. So should I add a README file? I don't have any README file. That's strange. So yeah, so this is the repo link. Whoever wish to code with me, I would request you to go there, fork this repo, and create a pull request to this particular repository. Uh, and we'll see that as well. I think tomorrow will be holiday for most of you, so I would expect most of you to stick around and just see what we are doing. This is interesting, trust me. Okay, so yeah, this is what it is. This is the project. Let's continue on what we were doing. So whenever the mouse moves, what we want is we get an event object, and out of this event we can have like the x position of the mouse and the y position of the mouse with so we can say something like mouse x. We can get it through e dot client x. So there's a property called client x of this, which gives you mouse y is e dot client y. I would like to I would like you to know one thing, like, so a little bit of interesting facts. So let me go to Excalibur. So let me go to Excalibur and let me explain you how this works. So like this is your screen, right? And now this is our canvas, right? So like understand this very carefully. So like what mouse X and mouse Y with the event thing is giving us is the position of, hold on. So let's say this is our canvas and this is our window and this is our canvas. So when we say window dot client X and client Y, this gives you the position over like wherever your mouse is. So let's say this is our mouse where the like our mouse cursor is. So this will give you a location of this. But let's say if your mouse is this, what do we want? We want a mouse position with relative to the canvas, because our 0 0 for the canvas starts from this particular place, right? How can you do that? It's pretty simple. What you do is you take the top, how much distance you have of this particular canvas from the top, and how much distance do you have from the center, and then you subtract it from whatever the mouse position is, and which that kind of like gives you the position of position of position of your mouse with relative to the origin of your canvas, which is great, right? That's exactly what we want. So I hope so this was clear, like this is how mouse pointing thing works. So let's now continue on our quest. So first of all, we only want to do this this uh, if this is in the range, but we'll think about that later on. Okay, we want, as because we want the okay, how can I, okay, so basically we want bounding box, so we'll call it box of the canvas, so that we want the top and the left value of the canvas. So we can say canvas dot get bounding box client whatever. So this will give us the top and the left, and now we can say is pixel x. So in pixel, like whatever pixel we have defined, how much is the width and height, now we have to calculate that. So that's like math.ceil, because we want to take the lower mount value. Okay, so math.ceil, and we want to take the mouse x and subtract it from the box dot left. I guess this is left, right? This side is left, right? I don't know. I guess it is. I'm confused in what left and right is from the childhood. Like left, right always confuses me. I don't know, for some reason. Okay. So we have this. Now what we have to do is whatever this value comes, divide this by the divide this value by the pixel size. So this will give the x in like pixels, and then we can have like pixel in the y, so xy value in the pixel value, so like pixel. So we'll have like ceil mouse y, and then what we can have like a box dot top, right? So y is the top, right? So we can just like, that's what it is, and then we have to like same divide it using to the pixel size. Cool. And we have some x and y, and now what we can do is we can just say grid So this should be in the range, right? So let's log this first of all. Let's say like, are we even, uh, is this even correct or not? So we'll say pixel x, pixel y. I guess this should be correct. So this should be 0011, and then we move this to 2. This is exactly what we want. This is correct. But the problem is, oh, this is great. So as because this triggers only because we have done this on canvas.onMouse, this will only trigger on this. But this problem occurs -0, right? Which we don't want. So how can we tackle this? So we can tackle this by saying that any value should be greater than -1. Like the x and y value should be greater than -1. So if pixel x is more than -1, and then whatever, like, and pixel y is greater than -1, so it could be 0, right? 0, 1, 2, and till the canvas root, it's fine for us. So then what we can do is we can say grid in the pixel x and then pixel y. For now is, let's call it like white, right? So we don't care, like white. So now this should technically, this is happening, this something is happening, but it's happening in the wrong direction. I think pixel y should be the first thing. Yeah, I have written this opposite, pixel x. Okay, so this is happening. Cool, we are drawing pixel art. Wait, what, why is this? Hmm so okay, so we'll have to say -1 over here. Yeah, so then yeah, this is correct. Now this is absolutely what we expect. So we are drawing it as pixel art, right? You can see this. This is kind of cool. So now how can we manage to draw it like in the color, whatever color we pick over here? That's not very complex, I guess. That's simple. So what we can say is we can say okay, let me think. What we can say is we can say color picker is equal to document.get element by id, and then what we can do is we can just say that this is the color picker we have, and then yeah, we have the color picker. And then whenever there's like change in the color picker, so we can say let picked color, whatever the color has been picked right now, picked color is equal to by default it is black, so that's the default color. Or like, rather than saying it black, let's do it like a little bit, like, let's make things a little bit more uniform. Yeah, cool. So now what we can do is we can write one more listener to this, uh, which is color picker dot on change, right? You get an event again, and then you get a value of color, whatever color has been selected. So which is so we can say picked color is equal to e dot event, e dot target dot value, right? Cool. So we this will be the value of the color which was picked while the color picker was whatever, like whatever things were selected. Now we have the picked color. So instead of drawing white, let's say draw the picked color. Kind of awesome. So now if I just do it like red, I think we'll be drawing red. If I do make it like blue, I think we'll be drawing blue. Super interesting stuff. We are drawing blue and we are drawing red. Super good. But we only want to draw when the mouse is down. So it's pretty simple. We'll add one more condition to this if. So is mouse down. And then what we can do is we can just create some interesting art. Let's make something good. Let's make a boy. Let's have some hairs, something like this. Yeah. So we have some hair, I guess. Interesting. And let's have some skin now. What are we doing? You guys could, like, if you're watching it afterwards and you are more interested in the tutorial, you guys could skip this part, but I'm just loving this. So we could have a face, small face like that. Interesting. And now what we can have is we could have like a small neck or something like that, and then we could create a whatever, a green colored shirt of this particular guy, and then, yeah, whatever. So we could have like a Yeah. So you can create all sorts of these pixel arts using this particular technology. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, let's have it something like this. Let's fill it up, and then we can do something interesting. We should have an eraser, I guess. Yeah, we should have an eraser. How many of you think we should have an eraser? Because right now I have to go to black color, then kind of do this, and then like let's switch it to a little bit more darker green, and then I guess I could do something interesting to this. Then I can do like this and something like this. That will be interesting. Okay, whatever. I am super bad at drawing stuff, but whatever. I did this, and I hope so. Some of you will like this, right? Okay, interesting. So this is my pixel art. I draw something. So you can draw stuff on this. In short, that's what I mean. You can draw stuff on this pixel art stuff. So, but now what we want is we want the ability to have these tools with these various tools. Like let's first add eraser tool because that's what I felt the need first, right? And we can also give an option to choose the canvas pixel resolution. So right now we are having like this 10 by 10 pixel resolution. We can increase this to like a 5 by 5 more refined or something like that. We can definitely do that. So we can say like pixel resolution 10, and then we can make this 100 by 100, which will keep this the canvas size same, but now the difference is like our pixel is way much more refined, right? So it's up to your wish, but I kind of like this look of this particular thing, like this 10 by 10 pixel grid. Yeah, so interesting. So let's now get the tools working, right? How can we save the result? It's pretty simple. Actually, you can create a data URL. Let's code the save right now. Let's code the save right now. It's very simple. See, you go here, you draw, right? You right click and save image as. That's one option, but I want to automate this. I just don't want people to keep guessing how to save this. So let's create the save tool next. Okay. So in the index.html, what we want to do is we want to have div, and then we want to call it class, and uh, yeah, whatever, this kind of like the similar thing. uh, I have two ways to save this. First is in the local storage, I can save the result so that the next time it opens with the same thing. And the next thing what I can do is I can make the, like, let's have two controls. One is save, one is download. Let's code both of them. So let's code one like download. So do we have download icon over here? No, like down icon, something like that. This could be a download icon. This could be a good idea download icon, I guess. Do we have that? Can we come on? Yeah, that's working now. Good. So we have something over here, and we have a download icon. So yeah. So if you click this, what will happen is it should download the file as a some image, right? So let's do that. So let's keep it ID. Let's not use the rect. Like, okay, let's use the same thing. Yeah, cool. So we have a rect. Let's use download, right? So we have a download, and when we click, this should download stuff. Right. So let's say download document dot what should we do it? How should we do it? Document dot get element by ID download, right? And whenever download is clicked, that's when we'll be saving this. So it's a download dot on click. Whenever the download is clicked, what do we want to do is we want to save the image, right? So we can convert this to data URL, I guess. We can do that. Canvas dot to data URL. I think we can get the image out of this. Something like, how do you do that? Image is equal to canvas dot get image data. get I think it's ctx uh, uh, ctx dot get image data dot to uh, hmm I don't want to do this. There was some way, I don't remember. Hold on, let download a canvas as image in JavaScript. There was some way, I don't remember exactly how do we do this. Like something we used to create a data URL. So we create a link and then oh, so canvas directly has a property called to data URL. That's exactly what like I was remembering, I guess. What we can do, one more thing is in the canvas here, what we can do is we can have something like this. We can say at the rate type, and then this is HTML canvas element, and then we can say this is the canvas is of this particular size. Yeah, whatever. So this thing will give us type completion on canvas. Super cool. So now what we can do is we can just directly take the data URL. So it's a get data URL, I guess. No, that's interesting. I should get some data URL again. I think this base 64 to data URL is get data URL to data URL. I think there's no get data URL. It was to data URL. Not sure whether this is. Oh man, I'll have to. Can I open that again? Download canvas in JavaScript. I think I downloaded this one. So it was to data URL, which is correct. To data URL. And oh, we are calling this on context. We have to call this on canvas. That's the mistake we were doing. Okay. So technically this should give us, yeah, this is the data URL we have, which is awesome. So now what we can do is we can just create an anchor tag, and we can say document dot create element, and we can create an anchor tag, and then we can say a dot href is equal to or href object. I think we can say it. Oh, href would also work. So we can say image URL, and then we can say image URL, and then a dot click, and then there was type of download. A dot download is equal to true, I guess, something like that. So now if I draw something, uh, test, right? I just write test and download. Yeah, it works, bro. See, uh, I have the image downloaded in my PC. I don't know, it's Mac, not PC, but still, whatever. So we can download this. So we have the download functionality now. What else can we code? Let's have the let's have the erase functionality. Let's have the fill also. We can have like wait, but we are not showing this active inactive stuff, like whatever tools we have active, whatever tools we have inactive. Is pencil active is equal to false. So by default pencil is not active, and anything, any writing, any drawing stuff only happens if the pencil is active. Yeah, so any one tool could be active, right? So we can say active tool is like by default it's pencil, right? So this stuff what we do over here on the canvas on mouse move, so this has to be done. uh, okay, so this we have to separate this. Okay, so we'll have to say if tool, if active tool equal to pencil, and is mouse down, then only this should happen. Cool. Then we'll have to code for other active tools, but yeah. So let's go for the pencil button. Let's have the click events and all those stuff. So we can say pencil button dot on mouse click, on click, I guess. Yeah. and we'll say active tool is equal to pencil. And then what we can do is we can just say, how should we handle this? Uh, so I want a thing to be triggered whenever the active tool changes. You can do this in React. I don't know how to do this in JavaScript. Um, I can, I don't want to manually disable all those other stuff. Uh, let's create it. Let's create a function. Let's call it handle handle tool change, right? And then this will do what is this will kind of like tools. Uh, no. So if picked, so let's reset everything first. So um, I can do this. Let's, I don't know, pencil tool dot toggle class. I think class list, something like that was then, and then there was like toggle um, bg gray 900, something like that. Yeah, that is selected now. That's kind of cool. And now it says assignment to a constant variable. Where am I? Oh, so active tool is const, which should be let, and this is a state, so this should be in the place of state as well, I guess. Kind of cool. Okay, so we pick a color like red, we pick a tool like pencil, and then we say whatever, like you do something like that. Kind of cool. And then what I want to do is I want to erase this. That's very essential. Let's do erase now. Erase is kind of interesting. We'll do this triangle and all the shape stuff later on. So let's, instead of triangle, let's have it like an eraser tool, something like that. So eraser, eraser. I don't know how. Eraser, eraser. I think eraser emoji. Eraser emojis. Do we have eraser emoji? I don't know. Hmm. Should we use this one? I don't know. Might be. Yeah. So we have this, and we'll be using this for eraser instead of rect. Let's call it eraser, and let's go in the main dot whatever file we have. And then what we can do is we can just uh, instead of rectangle, we can have like an eraser, and then eraser, right? So yeah, and then what we can do is we can go and say uh, this is stupid. This shouldn't be the case actually. We'll think about how to show it in the active. I think that is simple, but like that's very lengthy. I don't want to write all the names again and again and again. There should be some better way. I'm just thinking that right now. So let's handle the eraser right now. Eraser dot on click, and then we'll have active tool is equal to eraser. And then what I can do is I can handle this over here. So if the active tool equal to an eraser, then and then also is mouse down, then what we can do is we can just say we can do the same thing, but like instead of placing that particular color, this will place the default color. uh, yeah, cool. So now what we can do is we can just go over here, and we can say whatever red, and then select pencil, and we can start drawing. And then what we can do is we can just go to select eraser, and then kind of like start erasing. Super cool. This works like how it should work. Super good. We're good to go. We have eraser now. What is the next thing? We might add animations to this later on, I guess. That would be interesting. Okay. Next thing, what we should have is we should have a save thing where we can save and it will reload from. Could we have like a download, but like as a file or something? I don't know. We can do all those stuff, which is interesting. Uh, hmm. What do I want to do next? I want to be basically able to toggle like whatever tools we have. How can we do it? That's the question we have to answer. Uh, yeah, let's do something like this. Const function handle tool change. Okay, so this is like a handle tool change, and then what I'll do is I'll just yeah, I'll just create tools, and then this is like pencil button, um, eraser, and then download. Let's have all these things. We'll be adding more tools as we go, and then we should not have it like this. I mean, we should have a tool, something like this, and then name, I think pencil, and then similar thing. What we have to do is with this as well. Tool this, and then name eraser, and then what we can have is we can have like this also, like as a tool, and then what we can have is we can have name as download. I think it's not included in the tool. This is like a button for us rather than a tool. So yeah, we currently have only these tools, and then what we can do is we can say we can map over all these tools. We can say tools dot for each tool. uh, let's first reset. So we'll say tools dot no, for each tool. So if tool dot name is equal to active tool, then simply add this particular stuff to the tool. So you can say tool dot class name class list dot I'll say add uh, hey hey coder, what's up? I read your comment and it was really amazing. That made me really happy. I did not got a chance to reply on that, but bro, you tried and you built that stuff. So amazing, you're amazing. So what we are trying to build basically over here is we want to create a pixel art creator, something like this. So where you can create pixel arts. Here I don't know what I have done over here, but this is a pixel art. You can create that. We have done some bit of progress. So right now you can pick any color, you can draw stuff. We have made this so far like this much. Right now what we're doing is we want to create an highlighter of the tools we have. So like pencil, if the pencil is selected, it should be highlighted. If the eraser is selected, it should be highlighted, and that's what we are doing right now. Like that's what we're implementing right now. So it should basically add BG green. I don't know why BG green. It should be BG gray 900, I guess. And then if else, if that is not the case, then tool dot classless dot remove tool dot classless dot remove bg gray 900. So this will remove that class instead of adding it. So we have this over here. Oh, this is not working. Oh, because we haven't called this function. Amazing, we have created, never called this. So uh, uh, wherever we are changing a tool, we have to call this. Superb. So once we select this is not working so far. We are doing something wrong. So handle tool chain. We have these tools. When we have this interesting. So oh, why do we have this as like this? I don't know. Okay. Oh, because I'm stupid. What am I doing? This is not equals to, this is equals to, right? Yeah. So if I do this, doesn't work, bro. Why doesn't it work? Is it even going over here? Yes, it works. Something like that. Oh, because what could be the issue? Oh, because we are not calling it on the pencil change event, which is not very good. So eraser and pencil. Why do we have to call this on color pick? I don't know. That's insane. Now it is working. Great. Now you can see this is selected. And now if I just go on something else, that will be not selected, which is good. That's what we want. Awesome. Let's add few other stuff. Let's add the border and all the stuff so that it is very, very clear that that stuff is selected. So yeah. Okay. So where were we doing all these stuff here, right? So instead of like only having this, let's have border to border white. And what if we just copy this stuff, paste this over here? What will happen? I don't know. Oh, this fail to execute add whatever contains HTML space character, which is not allowed in a valid document. Add all. Is it add all? Is it like an option? Add. Or do we have to? Hmm. That's stupid. I can't do that. Really? Are you? Yeah, I think I should create a style for this. So we have a .css file, and then what we can do is we can say .active tool, and then we can have like a apply bg what should have bg gray 900, and then we should have like we could have border to and then we can have like a border white. I don't know, white will look good or not, I don't know. This is how like an active tools looks like. And then in the main JS, what we can do is we can add this particular class called active tool, and we can remove this class called active whenever it is not selected, which is super dope. Yeah, this is very, very clear. I think this makes very, very, this clearly says this is selected, right? Yeah, cool. A few other stuff in the tool panel. I guess we should have like some bit of padding so that this is like much more clean. And then we should have like this should also be true, which is, yeah, which looks great. So now we can select a tool which is like selected over here. We can pick a color like that. And interesting, you can draw stuff. That's my name, by the way. Yeah, great. So how many of you is ready for should we draw something? Should we try to draw something? That's the question. Let's try to draw what should we draw? That's the question. Let's try to draw a boy. Yeah, let's try to draw a boy. So I have already drawn that. Let's draw something else. Let's draw a ship. So ship has some brown uh yeah, no, that is not that. It will would not be a ship. This will be a boat. I am extremely bad at drawing. Please don't judge me on this, okay? And then we'll have a pole, which will be the pole. And then let's have some that like like a flag on the top, right? And let's have some ocean and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, interesting. Please share your drawings with me whenever you this is published, and if you try this, please share a link to your whatever you create with this. Okay, let's create some darker waves, like some serious waves. What do you guys think? Is it good, or is it is very bad? uh okay, let's have some more. And there you go. And let's now by this I just have an idea now. What is that idea? Let's have a fill tool which will like fill whatever empty same pixel stuff it finds, right? So let's have a fill tool now. So yeah, let's save this. So download, save, and this downloads this. So here is here is my drawing now, saved as an image. Interesting. So now the next step, which what we want to do is we want to be able to fill a particular area, right? So if you draw a circle and if we just fill inside that particular circle, it should fill all of that circle, whatever inside it, right? So it should do that. So let's quickly do that. So how can we do that? It's easy. It's not. It shouldn't be very complex, I guess, but we'll see. One more thing I think we should do is this download shouldn't be here. I that's what I think. This download shouldn't be at this particular place. But okay, let it be right now. Uh, let's have it like this. Let's have a fill like bucket or something like that. So let's go to emojis and search for bucket. We want a paint bucket or something like that. Do we have a paint bucket? We only have a bucket. Do we have a paint bucket? I think paint bucket. We don't have anything. Oh, that's interesting. But let's have bucket, bro. Who cares? And then yeah. So we'll have a bucket which will do what is like the idea is very simple. So if we have like a whatever like this kind of stuff, like all connected and stuff like that. And if I just fill inside this will fill the entire thing with whatever color you have selected. Okay, so a bucket instead of eraser, what do we want to have? We want to have bucket. Super dope. So let's quickly go to our main.css file and let's have a bucket uh, element is equal to document.get element by id bucket. Interesting. And then we can say that or so we can handle the tool same as what we are handling other tools. So we can say bucket dot on dot on click, and then we're gonna say so active tool is bucket, right? And then handle so the bucket thing is handled on click in the canvas, so it couldn't be handled on mouse move or something like that. So we have to handle this like this. So right now if you select bucket, one more thing we have to do over here is we have to create one more entry over here of one more tool, which is bucket, and the name is also bucket. Interesting. Okay, so right now if you select bucket, it will be selected, of course, but you can't do anything because we are not handling this over here. We don't want to handle this in on mouse we move. We want to handle this on mouse click on the canvas. So this is on mouse move. We want to handle this on mouse click. So canvas dot on mouse click on mouse. I don't know. Uh, hmm. Okay. So canvas dot on mouse click or like on click, right? And then we have an event, and again in the same way what we have done over here, actually we can take the pixel x and pixel y. I think we shouldn't copy this. We should have some function get pixel coordinate from event. That's kind of a long name. And then we can have like okay, we can probably have like this, and then this could be any event. And then what we can do is we can just we don't need any one of these things, so we can just say this, and then we can return this as an array. So we can say pixel x and pixel y. Interesting. So should we, I think we should do it like this. So we can say const pixel coordinate is equal to get pixel coordinate from event. And then what we can do is instead of doing this, okay, we can destructure this. I think we can destructure this to something like pixel x and pixel y, and there you go. This is absolutely fine. And now we can get pixel coordinate from event. We can use the same function over here. We can say const something is equal to get pixel coordinate from the event, and we can take e, and By the way, how many of you are still here? I don't know. Just say a hi if you're still watching. So get pixel coordinate from this, and then you can get like pixel x and pixel y from this. And then what we can do is we can check. So like we'll spread from that particular base. So whatever that xy is, we'll be moving the uh, in all the directions, and whatever pixel, like we'll be keep moving until we find the same the same value, like the same color value for all those surrounding pixels. And if they match, then we are good to go, right? So what we have to find, so we'll say color val, or like CLR val, which is color val, is as like what will be the pixel x, pixel x, and pixel y. And it, I think it's opposite. Hey, hi Kiran, what's up? How are you? Pixel y and pixel x. Uh, hmm. You said you will. Okay. Okay. So this is good. So we have the color value for like we'll have to think of an algorithm. How can we search all the areas where we want to have the fill? Okay. So it's not all the places. It's like all the places surrounding that particular pixel. So hmm, how should we do it? Uh, we can go up, we can go to side, and we can have like we can write a recursive function for this, but I don't want to write a recursive function for this because recursive functions are slow. I don't want to make a slow function. How can we do this? uh Check all the surroundings, and then for each one of them check their surrounding, and then check their surrounding, and so on. Hmm. Okay, so currently the search area, search area, right? So let's do something like this. Search area, currently our search area is pixel x, pixel x, pixel y. Like we'll start from there, right? And we can like this is the place where we have to search, and then will we keep expanding on this. So while our search area dot length is not equal to 0. So while this is not 0, I mean like the search area is all over, there's no vacant places. What we can do is we can uh hi okay, so what we can do is we can it's kind of tough. Okay, we want to we want to check all the surrounding pixels, right? So we want to get like hmm. So fill the search area, and next, okay, since it to search, okay, so this is to be filled. Okay, so first of all we'll fill whatever to be filled, so we'll fill that particular place. So we'll say to be filled dot for each location we want to say grid at L at 0 and L at 1 is equal to whatever the picked color is. Interesting. Okay, so this is what we want to do. This will this will go on an infinite loop right now, but it will not once we have. So once this has been filled, we'll say to be filled is equal to empty, because all of them has been already filled. So now what we have to fill, so we have to go, okay, wait, hold on. So we'll have to create a temporary to fill. So we can say const temp, not const, let temp is equal to an empty, and we have to go like this shouldn't be like this. Like, let's write a for loop. For let I is equal to 0, uh, I less than I less than 2 filled dot length, and I plus plus. Okay, to be filled. So let's go like 2f tf to filled at I. So if okay, not if, so you can say grid at, and let's create a temp, uh, like a temporary right now, temporary to filled. This is like temporary to filled, like, and then we'll assign this to the new to filled, right? So we'll take the, but we want to only take the outer area, like all the uh, yeah, all the we want to expand outwards. That's very important for us. So uh, 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 hmm. We can get this written by a chat GPT, but we just want to write it ourselves. We'll try at least, right? TF1, uh, yeah. So that particular place is whatever the picked color is. Let's fill it like that. And then we have to calculate all the surrounding pixels. So calculate outer pixel. Now what is outer pixel? Now we have to even categorize outer pixel, right? So for us, the outer pixel is the if it is less than the x, if what are the pixel x, then it is x minus 1 y minus 1, and it is more than x minus 1 y minus 1, uh, like like yeah. So basically it will be so if um, the uh, the pixel which we are considering, hold on, so uh, 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 less than equal to, let's do this. So it will just do on one side, but if it is equal to this, it should go on the top and bottom as well. So okay, so let's handle the first equal to. If pixel x equal to the tf at 0, and then pixel y is equal to tf at 1, right? Which is, how many of you are getting, this is algorithm, okay? Just don't get bored, okay? I'll be explaining the algorithm, which what I'm using in a while, but let's first write this. So so to be find at 0, and if this is the case when there's only one pixel, right? So we have to calculate all those things. So with the temp dot push, the coordinate we're going to push is whatever the tf at 0 is minus 1. So we're going to go left one pixel, and no, so this is x, right? So left one pixel, but the y remains same, so this is tf. So let's start from the corner, right? So tf at 1 minus 1, so this is the corner pixel, right? And let's keep expanding from this particular place. uh then it will be like y minus 1 but not x, and then it will be uh y minus 1 but x plus 1, right? And then mm, so we'll run only this for once right now, just to test it. Okay, that pixel, and then we have to go x minus 1. So this will be x minus 1, but y will be the same, so we don't need any of these things. And then it will be x plus 1, uh, hmm, x plus 1, but y remains the same. Yeah, but y remains the same. And then what we have to do is we have to go uh, we have to go so bottom right pixel, which is uh, x minus 1 y plus 1. So x -1 y plus 1. There should be some very good way to do this. I'm doing this terribly, I know, but let's get it working first and then we'll think about making it better. So x, we don't care about modifying x right now, but y should be +1, that's correct. And then the last x plus 1, y plus 1. Yeah, cool. So we have all these pixels, which is awesome. Uh, Good. So let's run this till, like, this for testing, right? Like whether this works or not. Let's say to be filled dot length greater than 1. Oh, no, it's is less than 2. Uh, yeah. So let's select white right now. It's definitely going in an infinite loop, I'm pretty sure. Localhost 5173. Interesting. So it's going on an infinite loop, which shouldn't be the case because 2 filled is less than 2. Uh, yeah, let's do one thing. Let be how it was. So until 2 filled is dot length is not equal to 0, which was our initial plan. Let's put a debugger over here so that we could, yeah. So for this to work, what we have to do is we have to go to the terminal, cancel whatever we are doing over here, go over here, go to the terminal and go to go to the JavaScript debugging terminal and say yarn dev. Okay, interesting. So what we want to do is we want to check all these places. What are we doing over here? So what do we do is we just select the bucket and we say whatever the color and we just do this. It's not even hitting to this. This is interesting. It's freezed, I guess. Does it even work? So let's go step by step. Let's not rush. That's very much important for us. So let's stop this while loop for a second. Now, are we are we triggering this? I'm pretty sure we are. Test. Welcome to some debugging session, guys. We'll be debugging this. No, this is not debugging. I mean, we are just figuring out the algorithm to do this. Okay, so if you guys are like right now wondering what I'm trying to do, so I'll explain my like what is my plan. Uh, so the plan is pretty simple, right? What I want to do is I want to, if like there's like 1 pixel, right? So like this is 1 pixel, right? And there's like, I want to fill it, like there's some bound, right? So let's, for example, like let's say this is the bound I have, right? Whatever, something like this. And I want to fill everything inside this with some color, like let's say white, right? What uh how could I do it? So I have one coordinate wherever the user is clicked. I I search for all the places around this and I fill this. Then I search for all the places around that and I fill it. Then I search for all the places around that and I fill it. And I do this until and unless I keep finding the same color value, which is black, right? In my case. So let's say like after filling, I reach over here and the next color value is not black. I'll not be filling this. So I'll leave this and then I'll fill this and then I'll fill this and so on. So that's the target, right? That's how I want this to work. So like it will keep expanding until it finds some other color. So that's the idea right now, at least. Uh, so yeah. So we are this test we are all good. So okay, so let's do one thing for now. Let's go. Okay, let's refresh this. Okay, so hmm, so So if I say grid at pixel x pixel y is equal to whatever the picked color is. Or for now, let's play this with white. It should, like, technically, if I go to bucket, oh, so we are doing this opposite. Pixel y, pixel x, right? So technically, this is like wherever I click, gives a mark, which is good. Right now, I want the entire screen, like entire thing, to change. What, because we are filling the entire screen. But so this is good. This is how what I would expect. And then until this is like, until there is no any other thing to be filled, which is how this works, which is the while loop, which is absolutely correct. What do we want to do is we want to find the how should we do it, x or the -1, and uh, I shouldn't do this way. This is like a stupid way to do this. I have a better way to do this, I think, which would be more efficient. So I can, like, I can make an index, decrease it by 1, like -1, and I could have an x and a y index, right? And I can keep decreasing this until yeah, I can keep decreasing this until I search the entire top, and I can keep increasing this. So I could have some bounds, right? I can keep increasing the x and a y bound, so something like that. That's the plan. Uh, can we do this something like this? I can have like an starting end, and no, that wouldn't work. We'll have to find some way to find the surrounding pixels. Hold on. Uh, let's try to do this. Let's see. Can this Copilot give us some suggestions? Enable completion, and then we'll see what does it do. Uh, right bucket tool is active. Yeah, this does this. Okay, this gives me this stuff, which is interesting. Does this work? So, shall if I do red, if I draw whatever, a rectangle, a triangle, or whatever this is, and if I just click the bucket tool and I just select blue and I click, it works. It is exactly what we expected, bro. What did this do? Let's see. So it has a target color, whatever that pixel x and y, okay, and a queue. So this created a queue. This did what we were doing, I guess. Okay, so if this is, if not the target color, okay. Ayush Singh. Hey Ayush, hi. I think this we'll definitely see how this works, but this is interesting. I think we coded the bucket tool, which is good. So now drawing something would be easy. So if I just draw if I have to draw water, I can do this. What I don't want to do that. Wait, hold on. So I can set some blue stuff. So I can do like this and like this and like this. And then I can select a bucket tool and I can pick like this dark blue or something like that. And I can fill this. So this will be a water for me. And now super dope, right? So the fill tool is also working. What is the next tool? Hey Kunal, what's up? What's up? How are you doing? So we have hey Robert, you're back. Robert is back. Robert always comes with a donation. So thank you, Robert. I think this is my 10th donation, 10th super chat. So thank you, Robert, for that. And I am extremely grateful to you. Where you have been, like I was just wondering, you are not there in the stream from for like last two streams. But hello, hi, and welcome. Just to give you an overview of what we are building. So I just saw this whatever this pixel art creator. I'll just refresh this so that we have a fresh canvas. For the save stuff, I want a new, yeah. So new drawing, whatever. Yeah, so basically this is a pixel art creator. What you can do is you can create pixel arts in this, which is super dope. And yeah, and what we have created a very similar thing over here. So we have a pencil tool where we can we can select a color and let's draw something. Yeah, again, I want to draw something. This is so cool. We have created this where you can draw stuff. So yeah, let's draw a person with like a yellow hair, something like that, and then some interesting skin color. I don't know. Yeah, this is the skin color of this guy. I feel I'm drawing Donald Trump. Sorry. Uh, yeah. So maybe I have an idea. Like what we can do is we can take any picture as an input and convert this into pixel art by like collapsing like whatever pixel grid we have into like one pixel. So we just average out the pixel value, get it in one, and then we can convert any image to an pixel art. That's an interesting idea. We can work on someday. So this is one thing we can work on some of the eyes. So this is eyes and nose, and we might create some t-shirt for this guy. So this is the blue color. This is my okay. So let's do this. And we have just now created, okay, this is cool. I'm very bad at drawing, guys, so don't judge me on my drawing. That's not good. Okay, so let's do this. This is interesting. What new feature would you like me to add in this particular program? Just comment down, please. Do that, and I'll do it right now. Just don't just make like just it should be a tool, right? Don't give an entire feature set which takes like 4 or 5 hours. Of course, I will be adding that, but I think I'll add that in the next stream or something. So uh, that's that's pretty much it. That's my guy. He will be having a hand like this, and he would be having another hand over here, and he should have I guess some hand like this, some hand like this. Yeah, that's my drawing. Yeah, that's my drawing, and that's how you do it. Any suggestion on what next tool should we have? Anything, just say it right now. Otherwise, yeah, what should we add next? We have an eraser tool, so which you can use to erase stuff. We have an pencil tool, of course. uh, and for you, Robert, let's do one thing. Let's say this is Robert. I'm sorry if this is bad. Okay, I don't know what to do next. Give me some ideas, guys. Like fast. Let's do something else. So we have a pencil tool, we have a eraser tool, we have a bucket tool, we have a download tool. So I can say download, and there you go. That's downloaded. Cool. Neck. I don't know. Yeah. So uh, any suggestions for the neck? What should we do? Any suggestions on that? Should we have a default color picker? Like what should be the default color? Right now it's black. I think you can change the default color, but then eraser wouldn't work. Okay, that's interesting. Uh, let's have a save so that it saves the stuff, but it doesn't delete. So let's code a save feature, right? So let's quickly do that. So what we'll do is we'll copy this particular bucket tool, and then what we can have is like we can have like a save thing. What should be the save icon? I don't know. Let's search for this. This is the best icon I could find for the save. Cool, interesting. Let's say the ID is save, and then we can go over here and we can say const save is equal to document.get element by ID save, and then what we can do is we can say that whenever our save is clicked, so save dot on click, whenever this is clicked, what we want to do is we want to take that particular we want to take that particular and yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Like GitHub Copilot is suggesting me. So I want to save this in local storage, and then whenever the first time our window loads, I want to load it back to the grid array. So like over here, what I can do is wherever we have the grid, I don't know where we have. Let's go to the end at the end, right? So we can have like a window.onload, right? It will do its stuff, I guess. Yeah, it's doing it. Okay, cool. So yeah, it is, if this has the data, and then kind of like interesting. So we have this feature now. If we draw something, this will save the stuff. So if I go like, if I draw something, like let's call it something, uh whatever, like we have something, right? And if I click save, that should be saved, I guess. If I refresh, yeah, see, if I refresh, it is still there, which is interesting. But I think there should be some indication that it has been saved. So what we can do is in the place where we save it, where the save button dot on click we have written. After doing this, what we can do is window dot alert saved. Yeah, something like that. So when we click saved, it says saved, and there you go. It is saved. Interesting. But there should be some option to start a new file, because of course, if it is always saved, you'll have to erase this, remove this, something like that. uh, so yeah, let's do that. So it will be like new file, or like new tool. So let's code a new tool. uh, Whoever is watching this particular stream, I would like you to expand this and build some even better tools than what I'm building, some insane tools for this particular thing. The GitHub repository will be in the descriptions. Also, the GitHub repository I have I think once I'll give the GitHub repository. Okay. So should we search for new file? Is there? Yeah, there's like new thing. Okay. This shouldn't be the thing. Yeah. So let's say new, right? And then in the main dot, this, what we can do is we can say new is equal to document dot, is it new the title? I don't know. Oh, it's new button. Yeah. So in the, we have the ID is new, which is good. Now what we can do is we can say, not over here, I mean over here, what we can do is we can say new dot on click, right? And then what we can do is uh, we can say this is not how you do it. On click, oh, on click, come on. Oh, new is not working for some reason. Oh, it's not new, it's new button. Okay, that's the mistake we were doing. So we can say new button dot on click, and then what we can do is we can just say something like yeah, it is insane. GitHub Copilot is insane. It suggests you whatever you actually need to do. Interesting. So let's refresh this once. I want to say I want a new file, so this creates a new file for me, and I can do stuff. I can draw stuff. So yeah. So uh, let's have something. Let's say uh, I think, or whatever I'm writing. So that was the stream, guys, and I hope so we achieved a lot of different tools. And you could add like rectangle, triangles, circle tools. You could add like, I have plenty of ideas. You can make this canvas resizable, like you can make this like big, small, or something like that. You could give an option to pick a default background color. Right now it's all black, but you could give an option to pick your favorite, like whatever the user's favorite color for the background should be. You could give options for adding images. That could be, oh wait, hold on, you can add an option to import image and then convert that to an pixel art. That's also an interesting idea which you can try. So all these ideas you can try, and I'll be wrapping up the stream right now. But thank you all of you, thank you for the donations, Robert, and thank you for the to each one of you. We'll be joining back maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is on holiday, I guess, and happy Christmas to all of you guys, whoever whoever is watching. So thank you, and have a great day, and bye bye. So yeah, that was the stream. I guess. Yeah, I'm just waiting for you. if you guys have to say something. If you guys have any questions though, you can ask right now, and I'll be answering any questions right now. Let's have new, and let's write uh questions. So if there is any questions, please ask. Oh, you have bye. Okay. So thank you. Bye. I guess there's no questions right now. And bye, Arjun. And thank you for sticking around so till the end. Each one of you guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day.